بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أما بعد أحبتي في الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته أسأل الله الكريم رب العرش العظيم أن يتولنا في الدنيا والآخرة. أحبتي في Allah, in a beautiful narration, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that the people of extremism, and what we're talking about is violent extremists that attribute themselves to Islam and make takfir or declare the Muslim rulers or other Muslims to be disbelievers without the right to do so, they were referred to as an early sect called the Khawaarij. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Al-Khawaarij kilab an-nar. Al-Khawaarij, this group, this sect, they are the dogs of the hellfire. And we know dogs, they have a very lowly station, even in this life. And of course, to be a dog of the hellfire is not something which is a mamduh, it's not a praiseworthy name. In a beautiful narration of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which shows us that these dogs of the hellfire, what we examine from a consistent analysis throughout time in history, we see that these are people of destruction and extremism and of spilling the blood. And as the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, that they yatrukuna ahla awthan wa yaqtuluna ahla al-iman or ahla al-Islam. The Prophet ﷺ said in an authentic hadith, he salawatu rabbi wa salamu alayhi, and some of his sahaba radiyallahu ta'ala ajma'in also made narrations similar to this, that the Khawarij, they leave the people of paganism, of idol worship, and they kill the people of Islam. And so we see that when we look and analyze throughout history and in contemporary times and contemporary politics, we see that a lot of these contemporary sects and contemporary groups that unconsciously attribute themselves to the Khawarij ideology, they are the people who destroy Muslims' property, destroy their countries, cause widespread devastation, widespread loss of life, but through killing, indiscriminate killing, bombs in the marketplace, suicide bombings, bombs in the cars, assassinations, and every other means of destruction and deception and devastation that's at their disposal. And they believe it's praiseworthy. And you'll see that they're the first ones on the minbar to speak about all the Muslim rulers, to say that without exception, there is no such thing as a Muslim ruler, there's no such thing as a Muslim state, all kind of various arguments of deviancy, which are from their characteristics. And it came in a hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from an authentic narration. He salawatu rabbi wa salamu alayhi said, Kullu Muslim ala Muslim haram. Dimmuhu wa maluhu wa irduhu. The Prophet ﷺ said, every Muslim for another Muslim is haram. They're sacred. Their blood, their wealth, and their honor. Also in another hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and this is known during the Hujjat al-Wada', the Prophet ﷺ said, Fi yawm Arafah, he said this. He said, Inna dima'akum wa amwalakum wa a'radakum haramun alaykum ka hurmati yawmikum hadha fi shahrikum hadha fi baladikum hadha. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said about the sacredness of a Muslim and the sanctity of a Muslim. He says, verily your blood, your wealth, your honor is sacred. Haramun alaykum. Similar to the sanctity of this day during this month in this country or land. So finally, ahabati fillah, we have to acknowledge the danger of this methodology, the danger of this creed, the danger of this orientation, the danger of this ideology, which is known as the Khawaarij, and all of their affiliates, and all of those who resemble them. And all of them who take parts of their ideology, all of it is predicated on falsehood and unorthodoxy, meaning it goes against the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wa manhaj as-salaf as-salih, ridwanullahi alayhim. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty, to accept our good and forgive our evil and protect us from the evil of this sect and their evil ideology. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.